It's not like film or TV. You can do multiple takes, stop, you can edit, you can get it right. Theater is live. If something happens, something goofs up, you have to go on. You have to continue. It's the immediate reaction, I think, that people in theater really love. I was involved in a show in 5th grade, and I auditioned and got the lead role of Robin Hood. First time I ever auditioned. Really what got me going was opening night. We had 4 performances, and opening night I come in from, let's see, stage left, and what I say is I knock real hard on the door and I say, "Please, Dame Kate, may I come in?" And I was so excited and jazzed up, and I pounded real hard, and we had these big old flats. Not now, like sets are screwed together and everything. It's, you know, very, very solid. So I pounded real hard, and the whole flat just went whoosh, fell down, and the girl playing Dame Kate, you know, looked at me, and I looked at the flat on the floor, looked up and said, "Please, Dame Kate, may I come in?" Worst thing about being in theater? Probably in our instance here in Cedar Falls, Iowa, community theater, you get involved in a show you really like, a cast that you really gel with, cast and crew and people you like working with. And if it's a really good show, you're having a great time. After 2 weeks of performance, the show is over. Oh, I love this show, and it's funny, people like it, and it's selling well, we're selling tickets, but it's over. And in community theater, for most people, it's really a hobby. So people have lives outside of theater. A lot of people are students, full-time students, or they work part-time or full-time employees somewhere else. We produced Joe's Coat here at the Oster Regent Theatre with the CFCT in 2004. But when I was in New York, I managed an off-Broadway theater for about 6 years. And it was the original off-Broadway theater where Joseph started before playing for the first time on Broadway. We had all kinds of people come and see the show, including Margaret Hamilton, the original Wicked Witch of the West in, you know, Wizard of Oz.
I'll get you, my pretty, and your little dog, too.
But we had a no backstage policy, so you know, audience or, you know, somebody from the street couldn't go backstage because in New York, there's a lot of people and we had limited space backstage. Well, you know, there are always exceptions. So all the cast didn't change. They waited for her to come back. We went backstage right away. And it was really cool because she's sitting in a chair backstage, and she's really short, and all the cast was standing around her, and you could have heard a pin drop. And Margaret Hamilton said, "I don't get out of my house much, and this is the first time in the last 3 years where I've laughed and smiled, and you guys, you really made my night." And you could, like I said, you could have heard a pin drop, and all the cast and crew were around her in a circle, and, you know, tears. It was just a very emotional scene, and it was just a wonderful moment only in live theater. I worked in healthcare for about 10 years, and after 10 years in healthcare in a business office, I turned to my wife Michelle one day and I said, "I can't do this anymore. I mean, I have a degree in theater. I have to be a creative guy. I have to be on stage. I have to be involved in the arts." And so I had a number of interviews and second interviews with some companies, and came down here and interviewed with the board of directors in Cedar Falls at the CFCT, and you know, long story short, I've been here about 20 years now. And my advice is, no matter where you go to school, college or university, no matter what you study, acting or technical theater, keep in touch, maintain a relationship with people in your class. So, for instance, 2 years behind me at NYU was Alec Baldwin. Became huge. Also, in my same acting class at Strasberg was John Morris. And about 20 years ago, 25 years ago, he was making a lot of money. VH1, he was a VJ, and they sent him all around Manhattan. He was interviewing all these stars and made a lot of money. He was just another guy in my acting class. And somebody else that was 2 years behind me at NYU, Donna Murphy. And I was in one play with her in Alice, a Musical Fantasy. I played the White Rabbit, and she played Alice's mother. And Donna's a Tony Award-winning actress on Broadway. You never know who's going to be successful and who's going to pursue a career in the arts, whether it be, you know, film, acting, technical theater, whatever. You don't know who's going to do that. So, you know what? Get along with everybody, be as nice as you can, and maintain those friendships, because you never know who's going to go where in life.